We're up here in Welcome Bay, and Welcome Bay is just a little enclave to the east of Tauranga. Look, the site we got was at the top of the subdivision, and it has a really good outlook over Mount Maunganui, has really good orientation, but we were very considered in terms of how it appeared on arrival. You arrive, I guess, from the bottom of the valley, and our site here is at the head of the valley, and so it is quite prominent as you arrive by car and you wind around and obviously arrive at the back of the site. It was a significant brief, so I guess the early idea was to kind of break that building apart into a cluster of buildings. We felt like that pulled a lot of the scale out of it, so it sat well at the top of the site, but it also better reflected what you'd see in rural countryside in New Zealand, that little cluster of buildings sort of put together. In terms of space planning for the house, we're always big believers that the inside and outside need to talk to each other, and space planning is an exercise in working through the aesthetic and the arrangement as well. So obviously the living space here commands the centre of the site, just as it's the centre of the environment, has a really good outlook over Mount Maunganui. The bedroom wing tucked to the side, slightly more easterly orientated, so it has a separate outlook, it feels independent and private. The little glass link, it's an item that does two things. So what it is on arrival, the building's very private. We get this little idea of what's beyond, which is a little bit playful. But importantly, once you're within the building, it's actually just a disconnect as you move into those sleeping wings and you move out of those living spaces. It makes them feel a lot more private. So inside the house, obviously we've got a really amazing outlook, and we didn't want to take away from that or overwhelm the building, but we did want to make sure that it had some character and some layers that were, I guess, sympathetic with the outside. So we've got the detailing on the roof. If you look at a lot of the trim around the building, it's significant in substance. And then the tones chosen bring sort of a warm, earthy feel with the oak flooring. For timber to be easily maintained and get some longevity out of it, it needs to be coated. Dryden's is a really good product for that. It makes sure it's well hydrated, but also with any timber we want to try and even out that weathering, so we chose Dryden's wood oil in June just to try and smooth things out. So we have the westerly courtyard, which is designed as an entertainment area. It backs off the kitchen, has a really nice sunset, but it also doubles as a safe play area for the kids. Clients can have the doors open and know that they're safe out there. It's in a nice fenced-in area, and we've got the vegetable garden, the kids' playhouse. I'm really happy with how things have ended up here. I think when I drive up the road and look up at the property and I really see its three distinct forms and it has that natural character to it, it feels like it's appropriate. But what I'm most happy with is you really read that glass link, the scale of the joinery. It definitely appears as a contemporary home in a rural site.